Hello, my dear Libra. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between Mars 1 and Mars 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I now use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Zero Marchetti. So I will start shuffling your cards. And I call the Divine with love and light. And I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So I want my dear Libras to have love in their lives. I also want you to find yourself in loving relationships. I want you to have creative success and for you to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take the chance to tell you about the full moon, March 12. The latest event with the moon is the annular solar eclipse, February 26, when the moon covers the sun but leaves a ring of light due to the moon being too far away from the earth to completely cover the sun. March 20, we will also have the March equinox. And that will be a bit into the next reading. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so Libra, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the first half of March 2017, but whenever you watch this, it's probably the exact right time to see it. So this is your past. For some of you, this will be February, so it will be in the now for those of you maybe watching in February. Here we have the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is a card about maturity. It's kind of you have grown into the next level of existence. You don't longer need to do the things that you did before that was kind of limiting to you. It's like you have grown and this is the gateway to the next level of your existence. So it's like an embryo. It's a new start. It's nothing being really manifested yet, but like a lot of possibilities. It's a beautiful, beautiful new start here for you with the Ace of Coins. The next card for you is Three of Swords. So it seems like when you go to this gateway, you will have to face some of your old pain, things that you might have avoided by acting in the way that you did before you matured into the next state of being. So before, you probably had some kind of survival skill making you being unable to face your pain. And most people try to avoid feeling pain, but when we do, we just postpone it for later. So now, when you have matured in this way, probably being more true you are going to have to face your inner pain. The Three of Swords is probably how you have been traumatized in a past life, in your childhood, in an earlier relationship, on a workplace, whatever. But it's not new. It's something. It's a repetition of something that has happened again and again. So now it's time to see it. It's time to be brave enough to stay with the pain and not run away anymore, or whatever your survival skill might have been before you did this maturing thing. So the Three of Swords is just merely the next phase of this. It's the next thing you need to do, the next thing on your to-do list. Face your past pain, going through different events of your life, kind of reliving them and seeing what went wrong and what could have been made different and how you are going to go about this the next time it happens. It's kind of a stage where you need to reevaluate your life and different people's roles in it. This is usually what people do when they come into the teenage. They come to this phase understanding that their parents wasn't, you know, all good, true, and everything they said wasn't right. So the teenager needs to face this pain. It's kind of a separation from what has been, to grow up and to become adults. So it's just a maturing phase for you, but it might be a little bit painful because you need to go through this old pain. And here we have a Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands might be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your life, and it might also indicate you. Your feminine side is on in Mars here. It's like a strength, a very strong feminine side, like your inner feminine authority. You might feel this as a side of you that's hard to control. As Libra, you want to be like a nice person, not being angry, not being revengeful, not being hasty with your words, things like this. But this Queen of Wands is something coming from a deeper level within you. And this is what's going to replace the hurt and the pain. Because the Queen of Wands is also self-love, self-respect. She's very considerate to other people's feelings, but she also considers her own feelings. So I think this is how you will heal. You will go through the pain, and you will recognize that some people that you have maybe endured is actually hurting you. And with the Queen of Wands, it's kind of you won't let them hurt you again. You will be much more in your self-respect, much more in your authority, much more hasty in saying no before things get out of hand as they might have done before. So this is actually a reason to why you can face this pain now, because you will have an inner archetype within you that will protect you. It might be a person also on the outside of you, kind of showing you the way how to deal with the pain and how to start reminiscing the past, because the Queen of Wands is a person that has lived many lifetimes and has a lot of experience with all kinds of all levels of human existence. And as Queen of Wands, they have also often being like witches and people that knows herbs and shamans and things like this. So in recent years, like the last 500 years, they have also been persecuted, or maybe the last 1,000 years, or more. They have been persecuted because they have been threatening the leading authority with their own authority. But now it's rather safe to become this authority again and actually start telling people yes and no, I don't want to, I like that, I don't like that. And also being able to embrace life more, because the Queen of Wands is a passionate being. If she loves someone, she will show it. If she needs something, she will get it. So it's more like a passionate, it's not like this usual Libra trying to keep things in balance and not being overdoing anything. The Queen of Wands, she's going all in. Live with passion or not at all is kind of her way of seeing this. So here you have a beautiful Six of Swords talking about this, with you healing the Three of Swords through your Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands has probably been, being down here in the netherworld, in your subconscious realms, where you have pushed her down because she was too loud, had too much of an own opinion, things like this. But with the Six of Swords, it's kind of you're adjusting to having her around. You're adjusting to start, voicing your concerns, start to tell people what you want, also being able to look into your future, and say and tell like what you want to see there. Start dreaming, things like this. So the Six of Swords is you're digesting this new archetype. You're also starting to communicate more in a better way. This is a card for communication between mind and heart. It's also like the part where you have died and go over the river Styx, meeting your maker. You need to make up a story like, okay, I did this because of that and that. So, but the maker, the divine is actually, now it's your own inner soul. So you need to kind of find out the truth for the sake of your soul, for the sake of your inner authority, for the sake of the rest of your life, which you are not going to live a lie anymore, but actually becoming more truly yourself. So the Six of Swords is a very good card. It's talking about you digesting what has been and adjusting to what will come. And here you have a Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is a card about communication as well as the Six of Swords, but this is more inwardly communication and also occasionally telling people what's actually going on inside of you, starting to opening up. With the Three of Wands, it's a little bit different story. It's more fiery. You have a dream and you want to fulfill that dream. So it's slowly, something slowly awakening within you, a longing for something. It's like waiting for your ship to come in. With the Three of Wands, it's usually a project working together with someone else, but it's not this usual Libra bow your head thing, trying to be very diplomatic so everyone will get along. In this, it's more like, negotiation. You need to tell people where you stand, and they need to tell you what they stand, and you need to come to some kind of plan. So the Three of Wands is very aimed towards the future and what will come next, and kind of aiming your energy in the direction you want to manifest, the things that you want to see tomorrow. So start to dream your future, start to make a list of what you want to see there. Start dreaming, because this is how we create the future. The future doesn't have to look anything like the now. You can totally change whole society and all its beliefs by thinking differently. I'm thinking about great people in life that has been living on earth, and that has totally changed our view on things. This is happening every day, and now it's happening within you. So for some of you, this will be in the now, if you are watching this in February, but for most part, this will be in the now. This is the middle of March, and here we have a Queen of Swords. That's Libra, and the Queen of Swords is a person that has been silent for a very long time. She's kind of the oracle in Delphi that needed to go into trance and only could say the visions that she saw to people that were willing to hear. The story is becoming somewhat different when she teamed up with the Queen of Wands. She doesn't have to wait anymore for someone else to say, okay, now it's your time to talk. The Queen of Swords is having her visions, and she will start telling people in her surrounding more and more what she sees. And this is very welcomed, and this is what we need now, for the Queen of Swords to not be a hermit inside a mountain. We can see that she's inside some kind of structure that kind of keeps the light out. So she has been in very much like a hermit stage, keeping her vision for herself, maybe looking down on human beings and thinking that they are horrible. But now she has a mission. She is here to share her visions with the surrounding. So you need to become more a teacher. You can't just sigh and waggle your head whenever you see someone doing something stupid. You need to start, maybe there's a better way to do this. Maybe we can do like this, and not always let yourself become silent. Because someone is speaking with a louder voice or having more authority than you do. Because the Queen of Swords is holding the truth, and sometimes nice people needs to start telling the truth. So the loud, more narcissistic people that's used to be seen and heard doesn't have to, hold the whole stage anymore. When nice people start to talk and voice their concern, life will change. Life as we know it will change when, well-raised people start to become the prophets of our lifetime. It's like you hold the truth within you, and this feminine archetype has almost have their lips sewn together for a long time, and now it's time for you to heal that and start talking, start telling people what you actually see. and how you want life to be instead. Your visions is important here. And here we have a 6 of Cups. That's healing of your childhood, healing of yourself, like you being okay exactly as you are. With the Queen of Swords, we can sometimes feel a little bit alienated from other people. So 6 of Cups is talking about healing this through your swords. Maybe you can do this inside of relationships. The 6 of Cups is usually talking about those special relationships where there's a bond of love that's actually there for you to keep connected, so you will be able to heal each other, even if your wounds are being very great and you are being very much traumatized. And sometimes when you are like that, it's really hard to maintain a relationship. But the 6 of Cups gives great hope for this, and this could be a relationship that actually are able to heal your wounds in a very profound way. Because the wounds will come up to surface in this relationship, so they can be seen, and you can voice them with your new talking Queen of Swords, and tell how it really feels, and maybe let tears start falling. It's kind of the first tear of spring. Is kind of the first water drop from the ice melting, your isolation melting. You being a participator in life instead of being a watcher of life and just, shaking your head to all this, the misery that you see. And underneath the Queen of Wands, we have a 7 of Cups. So you might have a fiery person in your surrounding that has a lot of projections. They might lift up, the one fear after another and say, oh, what about this scary thing, and you use your Queen of Swords to kind of say, well, exactly what you see with this, tell them the truth with what you see of this. It might be a really good help, and this might also be happening within you. With your fiery side, your dramatic side, you might be feeling like over emotional, like what's going on with you. You are not recognizing yourself at all. But this is because your old self-control, your old, the way that you put the lid on, your survival strategies is gone, because you have matured into the next state. And here you are going to feel your pain. And that's a good thing, because when you feel your pain, you also get your feedback system from the divine and your body in order. So you can actually know when you're going in the wrong direction or restraining your body or doing the wrong thing. You will feel it very, very clear, loud and clear. Sometimes, or due to the old paradigm we have had on earth, we have rather cut the cord with the divine. We didn't want to listen to our pain or to our inner feelings. We followed human authority instead, human laws, like how to create a society. Each one needs to work in a certain schedule and things like this. And now things are blooming up inside you that's kind of not correlating really good with this society that we have built. And it's because it's more divine. So don't feel that you are over dramatic, and know that this is your true self waking up like an old dragon waking up in a cave. And it might be scary, but it's need to wake up, okay? And it's you have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. That's the very masculine warrior kind of feminine side within you that's awakening here, the bitchy quality. So people that messes with you now will probably be aware of this. They will be put straight, and you are not covering up your feelings anymore. So this is a good thing. Try to be diplomatic when you can, but it's more important for you to actually voice the person that you are deep in the inside than to not cause a little confusion or conflicts in your relationships. You also have a 7 of coins. So there's some resistance going on with the 7s. It's usually like the divine wants you to change, but you don't want to. So you are resisting your new emotions. You're resisting this change. But the 7 of coins is a rather good card. It's kind of saying that you are not alone in this. You just need to, start, put the seed to the ground, start seeing what's going on. Start seeing yourself. The rain and the sunlight will do the rest. The divine will help you with the rest. You just need to, you know, put the seed to the ground. Start the process. Things will happen. Things will come in divine timing, very beautifully, for you to unravel the next step that you need to take. So this is some resistance within you, feeling a little fearful, not really recognizing your self, and wondering what will happen next. Just take it easy. Just stay with yourself. Stay in tune with yourself. Let the grass grow on its own accord. Give yourself time. It's like you're going through a really difficult process, almost being squeezed through a little hole into a new dimension, like with the Ace of Coins here. And this is not an easy process, so you're going to be tired. You are probably not going to be very productive. Try to not stress about this. Give yourself some slack, and understand that this is a heavy process for both your body and your spirit, and it's going to require some time before you have adjusted to your new you. So here you have the Emperor, that's Aries. This is actually also Aries usually. It can be Leo and Sagittarius as well, or any person that with a fiery temperament and very passionate and creative. But here you have the Emperor. So this is you taking in your own authority, becoming much more yourself, taking in your masculine side, not being afraid anymore to, you know, take up some space, taking up, you know, before you were maybe a bit cautious with, you know, telling people what was going on inside of you, being a bit secretive. Those days are gone. You are going to take up much more space and room, and, you know, tell people more about your dreams, your visions. This is an emperor envisioning an empire, envisioning something where they will be great, something they will be great on doing maybe. This might be a new occupation for you, or some totally new direction in your life, where you will step into your shoes instead of someone else's shoes. You will become fully you, and you will be very aligned with your soul and your soul's purpose. This will make you utterly powerful and strong, being able to manifest whatever you want in your life. You have a lot of support here. This Emperor, you see this, it's a horned creature. They are not giving up. They just put down their head and, you know, push through. This is probably what you need to do. And how will you know what's the right way to go? Well, listen to yourself. What do you want? What do you like? What's your dreams? That's the way you should go. Okay, we are stepping into your future now. And the first card here is a Page of Coins. So the Page of Coins is probably your inner child. We see you have stepped through the Ace of Coins, going through some maturity, letting go of old survival skills. This is making you much more pure and honest, making you more the person you were when you came to Earth, being the true seed. So you are supposed to be a beautiful flower of some kind. So your seed is kind of loaded with DNA for you becoming this flower. And when you came to Earth, people told you that they didn't need this kind of precious flower. They needed something else. So they tried to squeeze you into becoming maybe something totally different, like a bicycle or a stone, or, you know, an apple tree, whatever. And you were still having the blueprint for this flower. So now you need to find this old blueprint, who you are. You need to dig deep into yourself. This is pure earth, pure earth. So it's something with you, Libra, that's need to be manifested on earth. This is Libra. It can be any air sign, but this is definitely you. You need to find your mission, your true calling here on earth, and it doesn't have to be, you know, a big thing. It can be sitting underneath, you know, sitting among those flowers that you love so much and meditate, holding the grid of earth, This is probably much more important than to be a CEO in some big business corporation. Much more important for the grand scheme of things. So it's like a children's movie, The Prince of Egypt. It's a song there with that you can't see the thread of your own life, how it makes the picture of the big weave, the big thing being woven. So your thread is very important to make this big picture, but you can't see it. So the only way you can find it is to find what you like, what you love, what you are doing, like natural. So many will say, okay, then I will just sleep. So maybe this is what you need to do for a long time. Maybe just sleep until you have rebooted yourself and becoming more your true self. So then sleep, if this is what you need. Whatever you need, it's fine. Follow your own inner blueprint for this, so you can become this beautiful flower that you were meant to be, or whatever this seed is containing. So the next card is the Moon. So this is usually where we need to go to find ourselves, to depression. Due to your entire life, your subconscious will record everything that happens. So all your memories are being stored here, some of them being very traumatic and some of them in acute need of healing. So it seems like you need to go down and heal yourself, because some of you have become changed because you met some outer resistance to who you were, this beautiful seed that you were. You met some resistance and you changed. And now you need to go back to those memories and to kind of rewind the tape to the person you were before you changed, becoming more yourself. So how to do this, you wonder? You just need to stay with the pain. When you feel intense pain coming, go into a dark room and just feel this pain and write things down if you can. Sometimes you can even write, just lying down and write whatever comes in your head. This will be a good start to reminisce this thing, what you need to remember. And you just need to remember it emotionally and take another decision than the decision that you once took to change yourself. Now you need to take a decision to align with yourself instead. So you felt pain because you were abandoned, okay? So you don't want to be abandoned anymore. Tell people, tell important people in your surrounding, don't abandon me. You're important for me. I need you to stay with me. And if they anyway abandon you, you still know that you have the need for other people. So you go on finding them. You need to take care of your inner child. See to that this little seed get exactly what it needs, the right kind of soil, the right kind of nourishment to grow into what you were supposed to be. So find out what you are lacking, what you are missing, where you have took the wrong turn, so to speak, kind of tainting yourself or compromising yourself. The next card here is Nine of Wands. So it's either you are meeting up with a warrior that's kind of having a lot of projections, maybe a lot of fears of their own. So you might meet up with someone that's, and this is actually what you need to do. You need to become this warrior. So even if you feel that you're having a lot of projections, a lot of fears that not grounded in reality, voice them anyway. Tell people how it feels. Start to align with yourself. Start to, this is a fighter, this is a trooper, but this is a fighter in your own name, fighting for your self-respect, for your self-love, for the cause of you becoming more yourself. So before you might have been a trooper to fight for other people's causes, kind of using this strength to work really hard, become like a good worker, getting a pat on the shoulder for being such a good worker, or becoming this beautiful child that's always, did everything perfect in your family. Good. Okay. So you use your strength like this, but now you are going to use it to protect yourself and to becoming more yourself and to find your true mission. So this is Eight of Wands. This is the divine energy coming through. And this is the 9th, you saying like, yes, I will find myself, I will find my mission, I will do this. And you see that he's kneeling underneath a crescent moon here, and here we have the moon. So it's something that's rooted deep within you. You will feel it. And first, we need to go through a lot of rubbish, all the pain that we didn't want to feel, and we just avoid it by changing ourselves usually to something that could become loved. And now you need to change back into the person you actually were, and still you need this love. So it's a difficult equation, but now you're strong enough and bitchy enough to do this. Even if you are a male, this is you working on your feminine side, actually accepting your feminine side. And this is accepting the divine, because it's through our feminine side we can talk to our feelings that has this connection to the divine. So opening up your feminine warrior side. Here comes the Tower. So all the things that's not really you needs to be swept away. And you either do this deliberately. We see this. 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups, things you don't want to face, pain, old things, projections. You need to face this bravely, or things will be, you know, swept away. So you anyway needs to face this. So it's much more better if you can do this deliberately and work together with the divine in sorting out what's not longer serving you, what's not being built on strong foundation, and finding out what you want for the long haul. Things that's a stable longing in your life, or a stable situation in your life that's actually your true foundation. Everything else, just let it go. Just sacrifice it. It will become everything you sacrifice now. It's energy that you will be able to use to create your new future. So the more you sacrifice now, the more energy will be available for you when you are creating this new, beautiful vision for yourself, this new empire that you are going to live in. So we see that this is going to be a fight. It's not easy for you. Maybe you are not really used to go through pain and so on. So it might be really hard on you. But pain is just energy. It's not something that will, you know, kill you off. It's just, you know, information coming, sometimes like projectiles from the heavens, sometimes like being enlightened, sometimes like having an epiphany. So pain is just energy. It's energy that's very strong because it wants your attention. This is something that wants your attention, truly. So you need to give it your full attention, so you can heal, so you can become your true self, the one that the divine wanted you to be. So this is divine help for becoming more truly you. Sometimes you will feel it like not so much help, but more like devastating your life, but it's still a help. If, for example, if you have a nice job, you get a nice income, steady payment, but this is not where you are supposed to be. So something will happen on that workplace. Maybe you will be laid off, and this will be a catastrophe for you. And the divine will be very happy, because now you are free to do what you were really supposed to do. So it can come like this. It's just an example. Here you have the Empress. So it seems like this might be going on in a love relationship, because we have the Empress and the Emperor and the Three of Wands. So it seems like there's some kind of work, personal growth work, becoming more yourself work, healing yourself work, becoming more connected connection between people. It seems to be going on in a relationship. The Empress and the Emperor, usually for persons that are supposed to be together. It can be for married couples as well. But with the Three of Wands, it seems like it's something that's future oriented, something where plans need to be made for the ships to come in, your future to come in here. The Empress is the earth, it's the earthly energy. This is the gardener of earth, and this is the earth, the tangible resources, and this is how to handle them. So this is both those need each other a little bit. Maybe the earth doesn't need the emperor so much, you can say, but it's like the energy, you know, those mutations that making evolution, that's male energy. The egg is of course feminine, but the sparkle that's kind of ignites life into that egg, it's masculine. So we really need each other, even though it might not seem like this since there's so many conflicts on earth, but we really need each other. We really need to team up, not just opposite sexes, but this is talking about your masculine and feminine archetype, like your emotional side needs to team up with your goal-oriented side, and to make things being born, new things being born, like with the tree here, Trinity, mother, father, child. Something wants to be born here, something new, something profound, something that's already planned. It's kind of a spiritual plan, and this is why you have been working so hard on maturing and coming into the next level, for becoming more truly you, so you can kind of fulfill your destiny here in some greater context. The Empress is very beautiful. It's much like this egg here. It's like this new thing that's await you. You might be fearful of your future, kind of feeling that it will devour you, but it's not here to devour you. It's here to fulfill you. Okay, that's a big difference. So this is going to be very happy for you, but you need to go through all these stages with personal growth first. So I will take some cards from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see what's going on with you, Libras. Okay, so we have the Spiral Dancer, Circus Root Perception. This is one circle that you have finished with the Ace of Coins, and this, what I see here, is another circle being perfected into something else. So it's like you're a spiral dancer right now. Circus Root Perception. Actually, you're working on yourself. This is the core reason to why we are here. This spiral dance that we are making, we are like gods, making this experience to get to know ourselves, mirroring ourselves in others, and kind of working towards even greater heights all the time. It's a never-ending story, you can say, and it's a beautiful dance. So you are doing this personal growth for a reason. And here's the River Queen. So it's like you're holding on to something. It's like you're holding on for sheer life. It's like a river wants to take you with you. And it's a river of pain you might feel. But yes, it will be like in the start, it will be a river of pain. But eventually it will be a river of abundance. And actually your needs being met and you living a happy life. So follow this road that has been given to you, and just let go and face whatever will come on this journey. You are not so much in control anymore. You need to follow the lead of the divine. We always have free will, but during this period of time, it's like we are putting into tremendous pressure if we are not following this certain river, like the tower thingy. So go with the flow this time. You can use your free will another time when it's not so crucial that humans are evolving into something new, something more beautiful, something with a future. Okay, so I will also take a past life oracle card to see a little bit what's about the Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups that you need to resolve this past things. Probably those, I guess, flying out here. Okay, so we have a scribe and writer and Celtic. So it's probably something you probably have a memory. As I said, with the Queen of Swords, I see you being a visionary person. So the visions you see might be knowledge that you already have. The Celtic is in some legends talking about coming from Sirius, so being like a serious culture. And scribe and writer, you are writing things down to remember them. So it might indicate history. You are mourning an history. You are mourning maybe a golden age. You might mourn an old vision, something that you had, but you might have felt like you lost it. And now it's time to maybe mourn it enough so you will remember what it is and you will have it again. So this is what I see for you, my dear Libra. I currently believe that we are in a binary solar system together with Sirius, and that we are being almost as far away from Sirius as possible. But when we are going to get closer into her solar system, like this spiral dancer, we will remember more and more who we truly are. So this will be a blessing. I think you, for every day, will remember more and more who you truly are. And your old self will just be a memory, because your new self, your true self, will step in and take over the show. So, okay, my visionary Libras, this was all for today. Thank you for all of you watching, liking and subscribing to my videos and commenting, and also for you being really patient watching this far. Congratulations. And I want you to take really good care of yourself, and I hope to see you again in the middle of Mars. Okay, bye bye.